Coming up is music by Telemann after this.
Support for WCRB comes from you and Cambridge Savings Bank, who would like to wish you and yours joy and happiness this holiday season, and best wishes for a wonderful new year. CambridgeSavings.com. Always you. Member FDIC. Member DIN.
Rights and participation may vary. Void where prohibited. Limited time only. Use only a direct and see sort of daily. Only terms of your plan and Corporate corpsorate. It's the solstice. Winter solstice, and it's raining. It's raining on the winter solstice.
It is WCRB in concert with the
This DJ here just said, "Oh, it's strange. It's raining, and it."
Christmas. It's our own Laura Carlo.
Yeah, it's north. We're in the northeast here of the United States,
WCRB in concert.
and it's the first day of winter, and it's raining. Nothing weird happening with the climate, though. Believe me. Trump administration doubling down on the geoengineering, of course. As the Clinton administration, part 2, would have done as well. Because they're working for the same one, okay? That ain't theory. You know? Obama doubled down from Bush. Obama continued the Bush post 9/11 program on every front. Was absolutely not change anyone should have believed in. Fortunately, I had been pre-warned because I read Webster Tarpley's Obama, the Postmodern Coup, so I knew it was coming. Look at this. December the 21st, today. Friday, Frau's Day, Frigg's Day, Venus Day, Freya Day. The solstice. On this day, which is the last day of the work week for the world workers, working class or slave class, who are all worshiping one god in reality called mammon or money, wealth, in various forms, whether they're conscious of it or not. That's what the whole name of this game, this wicked game, is all about. Corporations. This is the point here where the sun dies at the Southern Cross, Capricorn. And guess when he's going to be resurrected? Because he's only dead for 3 days. For the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, that's his birthday. God's son's rebirthday. Ra-birthday. Resurrection. Resurrection in the right ascension direction. He starts arising to Aries through January and February. The moon is waxing. The moon's going to be full on tomorrow, the day after the soul, during the sun's death time here. This is the time to meditate and to activate your pineal gland in the dark. Melatonin secretes in secret, and then the dimethyltryptamine comes splashing forth also on the heels of the melanin and serotonin. From what? The little pineal gland in the midbrain, the pine cone gland that secretes in secret the melanin, serotonin, the DMT, dimethyltryptamine, which is a neurotransmitter. All of us are carrying a banned substance within us. All of us could be taken to jail for our biology in this society. This insane society. Insane asylum society of order followers who do what they're told, and so-called Christians who toe the line instead of following their rebel savior, Jupiter Zeus, who tells you that the love of money is the root of all evil, and you cannot serve both God and mammon, money, monai, the one eye, mono eye of the moon, of dark occultism. That's what this is. This is a petrodollar, Petrus, petro, oil, petroleum, petroleum, the rock oil. Like Peter, who Jesus gave that nickname to. That nickname is from Jesus' calling Simon the Rock, or the Peter. Yeah. You think Jesus ain't a jester, joker, character of nature? Think again.
Telemann's Concerto for Violin in A minor. That must be fun to play. Daniel Hope is the violinist there, and the chamber orchestra of Europe Songs. 9:30. So many great things to bring you on this very rainy, strangely warm day. Coming up at 9:34, Max Bruch, there was a time in his life he was a really fine pianist, and then for some reason he decided he didn't like the piano anymore. He really wasn't going to write for it. He was totally ambivalent about it and went on to other things. And then toward the end of his life, he came up with this really great piece for two
We're there. The
pianos
sun
and
is there in
orchestra.
the northern
A
hemisphere.
concerto. I've got
Dead.
that for you. It is dramatic
On the
and
Southern
beautiful.
Cross,
It's at
Capricorn.
9:34. And if you've never heard Andreas Ottenzamer, 29 years old, principal with the Berlin Philharmonic, imagine that. He is a clarinetist to be heard, and I've got him for you coming up with Stamitz B-flat Clarinet Concerto at 11:08, plus lots and lots of great Christmas music, like this.
When your eye is single, your body is filled with light, says Jesus. Matthew 6:22. Look it up. When your eye is one, single, your body is lit up. These are called the temples here. Why do you think? Why do you suppose the temporal lobes, the temples? Because this is the Holy Land. The land of milk and honey within, the sugars, the glucose, and the colostrum, the Santa colostrum that secretes in secret the oil of El, the petroleum, the rock oil, or the chrism, the Christ within. Crisco. Why do you think you have Crisco oil, the Crisco baking oil of El? Huh? The sun is at his death point here, and he's going to be reborn shortly and arise to Aries through Janus Aries, January, Aqua Osiris, and February Fumaries P Isis. With the perfume of Aries, February, and the Eros, rose, the resurrection, in the right ascension direction. Hallelujah, Hare Krishna. Go within. Jesus is sitting with his 12 apostles, postals, and they ask him, "What do we do, O Master?" And he says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven." And all 12 of them are sitting there, and one of them says, "Well, what? Where's that? Where's this kingdom of heaven? We don't see it." And he says, "It's within you. The kingdom of heaven's within you. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Where is it? It's within you." So what are you doing, churchgoers? What are you doing going through the motions and not promoting this message of the inner kingdom and activating and searching for it and seeking it within yourself and encouraging others to do so? Why are you still parroting the church dogma and the Council of Nicaea's creed of 325? Which is way into the whole Christian thing, 325. That's a long way into it. There's a lot of Christendom before 325, and a lot of conflicting views. Most of these people who claim to believe in God, they really don't. And they don't practice at all what they preach. Woe unto you, Pharisees, hypocrites, liars.
Mozart's Sleigh Ride, one of his German dances.
Sleigh
Was the
Ride.
Boston Pops.
This is about the
And
Sleigh-er
Uncle
of
Stephen.
6 o'clock,
Well,
the
here
winter
now
of winter.
are the two
The death,
twin
sun in his
Turkish
death
sisters,
aspect here.
Duer and Suer Pekinel.
Life and
a
death.
Great performance with the
Light and
Philharmonic
dark.
Orchestra
Luke and
and
Darth.
Neville Mariner of Max Bruch's Concerto for two pianos here at WCRB.
Sunrise, sunset, dawn, evening, odd, even, Adam and Eve, arise, Aries and Libra. Eve is Libra, Adam is Aries. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. This is what the fall, this is why Eve with the fall, because Eve is at the nighttime of 9 at the fall of autumn. The fall of man, of Mars, and then his resurrection, rebirth, and around he goes, from summer summit to winter valley, from life to death. Every year and every day, of every deity, of the divine divide, of Eve, everywhere, everything. Philosophy of Sophia, Philosophia, love of wisdom. Philanthropy is love of anthropos, love of man. Just because you set up a philanthropical trust doesn't make you a real philanthropist. Most of these so-called philanthropists, these billionaires, are actual bull-lionaires, Bel-Air, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Lord who flies through the air, El, the bull god of the Bible, of Phoenicia in Hebrew. They are now, most of these so-called philanthropists are not lovers of man. They're the opposite. They're misanthropists. They loathe man. They loathe you. Why do you think they've created a slave plantation worker society of worker bees for the queen, for the green? They loathe you. They own you. And they are eradicating you as we speak. That's what this Frankenweather agenda is. That's what the Frankenfood and all of it. It's to take out humanity. These are inhumane creeps. Humanity is humane. To say that it's humanity, I would make a blanket blame or a scapegoating of all of humanity for where we're at collectively, with the biosphere imploding and probably 5 years left of the survival of Mother Earth in her entirety. All wild animals will be extinct by 2025, they're saying. To lay that at the doorstep of humanity or man is not correct, because though this is an anthropogenic generated situation we're facing, humanity has been misled and misguided by elite psychopaths, so-called elites, elites, who are self-appointed, who have deceived the population. So, it's not humanity or the humane principle that you can blame for this. Obviously, it's an inhumane man being inhumane. It's inhumanity that's caused this. Let's be precise with our terms, and let's get to know our words. That's why I keep going through the dictionary and questioning our vernacular and our vocabulary and exploring it and seeing what's in there, what's always been in there. Most of our history, humanity has been illiterate. For mind control. Knowledge is power. People can read left to right now, but they can't read symbolically. Gaia in gematria is 27. Gaia is 18, 1 and 8 is 9. Geo, where Gaia is, which is the word forming element geo of geometry, and George in Georgia, comes from Gaia. That equals 27 in gematria. G's 7, E's 5, O's 15. Add that up, 27. 2, 7 reduces to 9, same as 18. 9. Sacred feminine, Libra, 9 o'clock. The evening of Eve, of the doorway of Delta, Daleth, the door, letter D, number 4. Of the divine divide of the day and night. Of Uranus and Gaia, the sky personified with the sun, S-U-N, of Uranus, Ra, the sun, and mother, the earth, father and mother, ether and matter. Equator in gematria equals 97, same as Capricorn, where the sun currently is. Is decap of December, December, of the decades of decay in this decadent society. Sin is 42, sine is 47. Sin of Eve, sine wave of the sun on the ecliptic. The serpentine sine wave of the swing set, of the seesaw of summer summit of the Tropic of Cancer and winter valley at the Tropic of Capricorn. Door is 52, as in Dorothy Theodore, the door of the Delta Daleth equals 52. There's 52 weeks in a year. 5 and 2, 7. 77 is the number value of Christ. 6, heart, earth, Aries, and arise, and weeks, all these words equal 52 in gematria, which is the number of weeks in a year. Earth, heart, Aries, arise, 6, the base 6 of 6 o'clock, the position of the winter solstice and the position of the beginning and ending of all life. the sine wave of the sin, 6 o'clock, born in sin or sign. Happy winter solstice. May God's love be with you always. Hare Krishna.